Good, John. Good. How are we, everybody? Yeah, slight technical issues on the first go around, but hopefully we're still set. We've got an hour and 50 minutes left of the race, so plenty of time and plenty of action to catch. So yeah, take us through the field, John. Possibly. You can. From experience, I've seen you can get around. It's going to be tough, but yeah, if you've got control of your car, then it's a big possibility to be able to go one set of tires. Correct. I will agree with you there, John, but with the technical issues, I'm a little stuttered as my where we started. But yes, he is just under 4 seconds off the pace. Don't forget, John, we've got an hour and 49 minutes left of this race. Anything can happen. Oh, can't hear John. So it's just me here. Hello, everybody. All right, first, we've got nothing, John. Let's start again. So we're here for a 2-hour event at Misano for Sop Motorsports. We have had some technical issues. We're still having some technical issues, unfortunately. We're going to try and get John in on the audio as soon as possible. But yeah, I'll take you through the field again. So we do have Baggy 38 out to almost a 2-second lead now over FRT Tom Joss. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Followed by AJ to the P, just 4 seconds behind that. Fourth, we've got Jarks Racing. FRT Top Gun, followed by Racing Dutchman, Rainmeister 42, Barklixton. I think I've got that one right. Jimboy Horn, Red Fly, Uni Clark, Evan in real life, Tacos. You've got John there at all. How we going there, John? If we could get maybe a chat in the comments there, John, yet. If that's correct, John, I will ask them. Maybe we might have to go to a quick party chat, see if that clears things up, get in here. We can't, I'm not hearing anything from that. Something here. So we'll head back to the action. We're still following Baggy T. Almost a 3-second. 3-second lead now from Tom Joss. Still no John. Just try to check the chat. It has, mate. It has. It's not. It's not 6 o'clock in the morning here at all either. Try and keep it. Yeah, we still don't have you, John. Still don't have.
Still on 3. Begin.
Still no John. Right, we'll take you back through the action. Let's start again. You want to start a party chat, John, and we'll try that one, hey? With Baggy 38, after 9 laps, it's got an almost 4-second gap from Tom Joss. The front 4 have not changed since the opening lap. We're almost 15 minutes in now. Jarks Racing's got Top Gun, followed by Racing Dutchman, Rain Mining Star, Barblixum, Jim Boy Horn, Red Uni Clark, Evan in Real Life, Smith and Western, Tacos, Yoko Chan, Shaka Zulu in Mercedes, and Lion's Foot, followed by that guitar dude in the Ferrari.
Yeah, that guitar dude's usually really quite quick, so I'm now getting echo. Yeah, that guitar dude's quite quick, Shane, so expect them arguing Yoko Chan.
Just hearing from John, may have had a drama. That guitar dude may have had some slight dramas, usually a little bit higher up the field. He makes the pass on the inside there and gets it done. A little bit of tailspin from Taco. So we've had a little drama there. He's at the back of the field, so he's going 14th.
And no, it's not letting me rejoin the comms booth, but I think there's John, but with echo. Okay, okay, so fun and games tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, I am here. Could hear John for a second there. Oh, right, okay. No, I've gone again. Can you still hear me? You can either hear me or you'll be able to hear Kane. The broadcasting comms is completely... Why would I want to rejoin that? So yeah, I'm talking in the hope that you can hear me. And I'm hoping that if you can't hear me, you can hear Kane. For some reason I can't get back into the chat. I can only hear Kane. Yeah, wow. So on a night of technical fun and games... Yeah, it does sound like I'm in a tunnel, doesn't it? I don't understand where I'm getting the feedback from, but you can't hear me. Can't wait to somebody there for 2 hours in the second split. Murcielago signed up for the second race. I did 2 hours 24 minutes around here, and it is a fabulous course, my friend. You're in for a treat, I can assure you. As we jump on board with Jack Jason. So now we've lost Kane. We can hear you double. Wow. Nobody needs that in their life. I can assure you. Let me just keep working on these technical fun and games and see what we can do. Yeah, it does sound. In fact, what if I do it like that? Does that then just leave me with a single voice, or are you still getting massive echo? So yeah. So I'm still trying to find Kane. I do apologise. This is not normally how we run things here, I can assure you. Sop Motorsport, jump on the website. Give us a like and subscribe, even if it is for nothing more than to see how much the Scotsman and the Australian can make a mess of things. Hi to everybody in the chat. Hi Jude, hi Chris. I'm assuming Kieran's here as well. James Lee, he will be racing later on. Murcielago, look out for him. He is quick. So here we are, again, it's the SOP Misano 2-hour race. We are 19 minutes into the race so far, with Baggy 38 comfortably in the lead, with FRT Tomhos. He is comfortably in second. AJ to the P is not as comfortable in third. He has got Jacques of Racing, who does look a bit racy, to be fair, in his beautiful tangerine and black Bentley. He is firing along there behind him, with FRT Top Gun rounding out the top 5. We've also got Racing Dutchman and the Rainmeister back in 6 and 7. These two are keeping themselves honest, with the LNR Bar Bliskin, I apologise. He had a bit of a nightmare at Bathurst, but it's Bathurst with all the world, so you can certainly forgive him that. We've got Red Fly sitting in 9th with Jimmy Boy Horn. I actually had the pleasure of sharing a track with Jimmy Boy and a few of the other guys the other night for an hour. It was a fantastic lap, during which time, fantastically, I managed to hold off AJ for 4 corners. I mean, I definitely shouldn't have been holding AJ off because it was a blue flag situation. I should have moved over, but I thought, yeah, why, he's a pro champion, I can hold him. Oh, no, you're gone, AJ. Okay. Off into the distance. Very quick driver and an annoyingly nice guy to boot. Uni Clark was racing as well, another quick lad. I'll be expecting him. I'm not sure why he's so far back. I wonder if there's been a bit of a to and fro at the start of the race, with Evan at IRL in 12th, and Smith and Weston, another guy that we were racing against on, when was it, Monday night we had some SOP patrons and we did a bit of a race, and Smith and Weston definitely gave himself a good showing. I can confirm I was the quickest of the comedy team, so yeah, I will be taking that as a massive pat on the back. Kajitako is in 14th with RDN Rocket-chan, another Ferrari. A lot of Ferraris here today. I see a lot of these drivers took my advice and did indeed jump on board with the Ferrari. It's a fantastic car, you really can't go wrong. And there's Shark Azul, he's made a little mistake, so he's run wide, so that's going to cost him a whole lot of time. Those Mercedes, they've got big petrol tanks, so you can expect him, he will not need to take on a lot of fuel to get to the end of the race. But yeah, it's certainly quite the beast to control and keep on track for 2 hours. It's a brave man that takes that challenge on. As we see Leon's Foot, what we'll go with. So you can't see the lap times. Yeah, so we're still getting echo, and we've got that guitar dude who is, he's having a little sniff about, because is this a blue flag situation? So yeah, we're still getting echo. Let me just see if I can fix that, and I'm going to quickly try and get Kane back as well. So watch this overtake attempt. Although that's on a Porsche, so I think the Ferrari is unlapping himself there against Red Fly. Nice, yeah, so the guitar dude is making work at unlapping himself here, so he could be one to watch. He's definitely a solid, consistent driver from what I remember the other night, so he definitely could be one to watch. We'll jump on board with AJ. He was, of course, Pro Series champ. A bit of a quickie. I was expecting him to make a jump at the start, to be honest, because he is very, very, very quick off the line. I had the misfortune of watching him take off into the distance. He knows how to get his car going from the start. So what we'll do is we'll leave him on board with AJ and Jax, and I'm going to very quickly work on some technical stuff to see if we can A, eradicate the echo, and B, get my little partner in crime Kane back on track. So give me a couple of minutes and enjoy the racing, peeps. Kane, if you're near Discord, mate, can you jump into the conversation we were having earlier? Let me see. Hello. Has that eradicated the echo? And can you get Kane on board? That is the two questions. I don't know why we're echoing. I'm not sure if OBS is reading the mic as a double source. I don't know why it's suddenly doing that. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's a new mic. Kane's not allowed to disconnect until a minute before the end. Ooh, Jigsaw, that's harsh. Harsh,
hello, John.
My friend. Kane, hello, how are you?
I'm well, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Am I still echoing? Oh, Kane's gone. Yeah, he's gone, yeah. Poor lad, this is his debut here on SOP, so everyone say hi to Kane in the chat. Massive echo, don't know. Yeah. Don't understand the echo.
We're back.
Oh, he's back again!
Oh, what a morning, folks.
Have I eradicated the echo? Fingers crossed, peeps. Let me know if there's any echo still. Yeah, fingers crossed, touch wood. Let's yes, John, there's still echo. Oh no, it's good now. It's good now. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I've lost game sound, which is a pity because there's a lot of Ferraris here, Kane. Have you noticed the drivers have been paying attention? And we have got not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 Ferraris. And you cannot go wrong with 5 Ferraris. The echo is gone. There we go. James Lee, thank you. Jude, thank you. Jixer, Grinch. TSR Jimmy, I believe, last week. Yes, what are? Indeed. I was going to say, Kane, to be fair, you're admonished of any responsibility. You get up at, like, what, 5 o'clock in the morning? So, to be fair, that's right, okay. Just here for the free front row to the show. And let's face it, can't really blame you. What a show it is we're going to get here. We've still got, like you say, another hour and a half left. This is an endurance race and there is 2 mandatory pit stops, which means drivers have got a lot of leeway as to what they do and when. Okay, it does limit. This could be done on a one-stopper. Well, speaking of pit strategies at play, FRT Top Gun, he's pitted. Kajitakos, he's pitted. So they've already got one of their mandatories out the way, and we're only half an hour into the race. So I was expecting, I don't know about you, Kane, but I think it will be. Yep, yeah, I definitely think it will be as far as... Well, yeah, and also as well, you want to get one out of the way early, and also that way you can keep one in the pocket for later on, just in case. Because as we're on board with that guitar, dude, we're on board with Kajitakos. There's still quite a bit of toing and froing going on. The track is still a busy place. As the guitar dude, he's got Leon's foot and Top Gun behind him. Now Top Gun is in the lead of that little group, and he's already pitted. Yes, so he's in good. Okay. Oh, yeah, no Kane again. Haha, no Kane again. Right. Yep. Will I try and meet you back in the comms box? Yes, let's try the SOP comms box. Let us quickly... Modern technology. Okay. It's not letting me join that. Simon or Bailey, could one of you guys check the SOP staff room? It's very posh. We've got a staff room, ladies and gentlemen. We obviously virtually social distance to keep everything nice and safe. Hello Johnny, welcome to the stream. Welcome to everybody to the stream. Again, thank you all for hanging around. I know we've started a bit late, we've had a few technical issues, but we are absolutely cracking on. Much like these drivers here, as FRT Top Gun, who has pitted, has got Sharka Zulu, who made himself a little mistake, and he's found himself further down the field than I imagine he was expecting to be. But he's got FRT Top Gun in front of him, and it's not going to be an easy overtake, especially as Top Gun's already made a pit stop, so he could be on extremely fresh tyres right now. I can't see any of the drivers specifically changing tyres this early. But oh, Rockefeller Racing got DC'd. That's unfortunate, big fella. There's nothing worse, absolutely nothing worse than getting yourself all set to dive into an endurance race, and then yeah, you get disconnected. Why won't it let me back in here? Okay. Yes, it's let me back in. So hopefully Kane will be able to join me and I'll get back on the chat. Sorry, this has probably been the most disjointed race you've ever had the misfortune to sit watch, and we are definitely having a few teething problems, but we're all new to this now, so yeah, I've rejoined the comms box as we rejoin the chat. Now, let's have a look. Here we're going to have a nosy here. I think Smith and Weston. Oh, he's a bit far behind, so Eleanor Bliskin, obviously, there was the Eleanor guys that both raced last week. If Kane is watching, I'm back in the comms box, Kane, if you can get back in. I think it's only letting one person in at a time, though, Simon. I think that seems to be the issue. But again, we are cracking on. We will get to the end of this and we will see all the on-screen action. As Bliskin... Oh, I hear an Antipodean accent. Do the people at home hear that as well? This time, fingers crossed. Oh, Evan RL. Well, there you go. Drive-through penalty 30 minutes into the race. And that's pretty much killed it. With 2 mandatory pit stops and a drive-through, I'd say Evan IRL is going to suffer massively from that. I wonder if it was a track limit, perhaps avoiding the mistake or something along those lines. I'm now thinking I might be echoing again, but so let's just have a look. So we're on board with Baggy, and we're having a look through Kane. I'm going to recheck my mic. If you want to jump on, have you got your magic track guide? Oh, is Kane still not on? The show must go on. Oh, it's right about now the coffee and painkillers are kicking in. So let's see if I'm serious. Yep. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I do have Kane. He's going to feed me information. So if I stop and sound like I'm speaking to myself, for once I'm not. I know I usually do. Sometimes the only way to get a reasonable conversation, though, is to speak to yourself, especially with the friends I've got. That's really loud. I've also got a voice monitor in my ear, so I understand the echo. I don't know why the sound is decided to play up today, but it is playing up today. But we don't care, because we're not here to listen to us. What we're here to do is watch these guys put in 72? I think 70, I think it's 72 laps. We're going to see it. We're 20 in half an hour, so yeah, something along those lines with the 2 pit stops. As Baggy is just motoring, literally motoring on into the lead. He's now got himself 9.8 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor. We're only half an hour into the race. So he really is putting in some phenomenal laps. And considering you've got somebody like AJ to the P in the field as well, that is a testament to just how quickly that Baggy is getting that Audi around this course. AJ, of course, he's got a bit of an issue here because he has got Jax Racing, who is still firmly planted on his rear spoiler. And he wants a pro scalp. He fancies getting himself an overtake on AJ to the P, and he's having a little look. He's trying to see if he can make AJ flinch, and that's not likely to happen. I have, like I said before, I have had the pleasure of sharing the track with AJ to the P, and that man is as smooth as butter. And he made an absolute mockery of this track. He was lapping in the 134s, 135s. Race pace, which is an incredible pace. We're going to stay on board with these guys. I'll tell you what, we'll do a quick run through first, and then we'll jump back on with AJ and Jax. Hopefully they won't miss any mad overtakes. Like I said, Baggy completely dominant. He's now 11 seconds ahead at FRT. We've got AJ will be in front, with Jax in fourth, and the Racing Dutchman making up the top five. He's got the Rainmeister tucked nicely in behind there. Bit of Bentley, in fact, Bentley. So it may be a fairly dominant car at this track. Eleanor Bliskin's got himself up to 7th, so he's putting an overtake on Red Flies. Red Fly comes into pits for his first mandatory pit stop. Jimmy Boy Horn will gain himself a place from that, so he's going to jump up to 8th, with Uni Clark will jump up to 9th. Evan IRL. Now, if I was him, I'd be getting this drive-through done and dusted. Get it out the way, especially if you've got traffic in front of you. He can use that to his advantage to try and get some clean air. He's got FRET Top Gun, who is going to overtake him when he takes his drive-through, because he's nicely in behind him. Sharka Zulu, the man in the Torpedo AMG, he's in 13th. Smith & Wesson 14th. That guitar dude is in 15th. Leon's Foot is in 16th, and Kajis Tackles is in 17th. We're going to jump back on with Jacques, as I'm being reliably informed by my man at trackside that Evan IRL has come in to take his drive-through penalty, so that gets that out the way. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Hello, Rockefeller Racing, 74 laps, maybe. Yep, Mr. Death Zone, hello, how are you? Murcielago LP92. According to my fuel calculator, that's 75 laps plus fuel formation laps. So that's Red Fly. Yeah, excellent. So Red Fly's got it. Now Kane is talking. If anyone can hear Kane speaking, can we give us a thumbs up, or maybe a hat covered in corks? That would be nice. Just so he felt more at home. It's obviously first thing in the morning there, so we'll let the guy to make him feel as welcome as possible. Everyone say hi to Kane. It's his debut tonight. Could not be under more difficult circumstances. First thing in the morning. Technical issues. I can't even get my teeth to work properly now. It's all falling apart. But the racers are definitely not falling apart. They are Jacques Racing and AJ to the P. Yeah, those two are absolutely nose to tail. So I'm not sure if Jacques can take him and is just maybe saving a bit of fuel by staying in the slipstream. Because let's face it, AJ's not slow. He can get to the car to the end, and you expect him to be there or thereabouts come to the end of the race. He is a little bit behind the FRT terminals, but it's definitely nothing out with a decent pit strategy. In fact, as we're coming around that corner, we see Toonlos just disappear off in the future. So those three cars are still close, and Jacques is definitely, absolutely in striking distance. So whether he's just fuel saving and sneaking into that slipstream and just trying to, maybe he's just trying to pressure AJ, but I can assure you that won't happen. Highly unlikely we're going to see AJ making mistakes. It's certainly not in his nature. He may have struggled in the GT4s, but definitely an absolute master in the GT3 cars. 24 laps in of this 2-hour race, so we're about a third of the way in. Excuse me, sorry, overly sensitive mic now. And we've got Baggy, who is still, after 24 laps, comfortably in the lead. He hasn't pitted. In fact, no one in the top 9 has pitted yet, and we've only had 4 drivers take up one of their mandatory pit stops so far. We'll jump back on board with AJ to the P, because him and Jack, this is... yeah, I'm beginning to think this is definitely some kind of strategy on Jack's part. He absolutely looks like with some of this slipstream he could have had himself a move done, but yeah, obviously doesn't want to risk contact. See, run a bit wide there, that's the slipstream effect right there. That is exactly the slipstream effect. So, let's see if yes, we've got Kane speaking. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely too early to call it. Fuel needs to be taken into account. Yeah, well, that's another thing. Are they going to stick with one set of boots? Are they going to change tyres on either or both other pit stops? That's certainly something that could be considered. I think Baggy's pretty much got... Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, Baggy's in the pits. Baggy has pitted, so the race leader has pitted. FRT Tumlos, I would definitely say... Oh, no. I'm definitely not going to say anything because it looks like... Yeah, so they've all got through. So the top 3 have made it through. So Tumlos is in first, AJ to the P is up to second, Jax is in third, and Baggy's come out in fourth. That's him just leaving the pit now. Yeah, you think I was a straight fuel stop? Well, he's certainly, that just shows how close the field still is actually. He seemed to be steaming off in the lead, but he's come out of the pits, he's still on the pit exit, and he's coming out, if he's lucky, 7th. He might even, Jimmy Boy Horn's coming in the pit, so he's using his first mandatory pit stop. So Uni Clark, so there we go, the joys of endurance racing. It's all changed at the top with FRT Tumlos now looking to take advantage of the clear air in front of him and put in some laps. AJ to the P still has a shadow, and that shadow is Jacques Racing. He is absolutely glued to him. This is honestly a lesson in how to drive these cars. Considering how close he's getting slipstream, you can see him just running a little bit wider. That's just the overspeed from his slipstream, dragging him a little bit closer every time you get near a corner or a straight. So these two are having a... Yeah. Yes, he will. He absolutely will. Yeah, fuel saving, tyre saving. Are you still not coming through? We're still not getting Kane. Yeah, apologies ladies and gentlemen, let me just, we're going to jump back on Jacques because he is still hunting down AJ to the P, and I'm going to quickly try another couple of technical things to see if we can indeed get Kane back on board. So if I go into audio, there we go. So I think if I talk out loud, no one will notice. Oops. So we're still trying to get Kane back involved. Thank you very much for hanging in there. It's been very disjointed tonight. We've had technical problems, but the drivers certainly haven't, thankfully. We've had one disconnection so far, but we are 43 minutes into the Sop Motorsport Misano race. And we are currently watching Jacques Racing, who is absolutely keeping AJ to the P as honest as he's ever kept. And not only that, they're actually closing in. They are actively closing the gap to FRT, who is in first place, and his rear view mirrors are going to be getting bigger and are fuller and fuller, of those two cars behind. That's going to be a very uncomfortable drive very soon. Our initial race leader and the man with all the pace, this guy has dominated qualifying, practice, and he's dominated the race so far. He's used one of his 2 mandatory pit stops, used that roughly around about when I thought it would have been a good idea. Get it done about a third, just split the race into 3 basically. Keep it nice, 3 even stints, get into your flow, get it done, and Baggy is definitely doing that. So he is in 7th at the moment, but he has pitted. So he's used one of his pit stops, which means Uni Clark, who still has 2, he can't see him finishing very high tonight, because he's got guys behind him that have only pitted once as well. Evan IRL, he's had a bit of a nightmare. The track limits, as Chris Williams pointed out, that was, yeah, they're very, very easy to fall foul of the track limits on this track. So Evan IRL, he did fall foul of that, unfortunately. Got himself a drive-through penalty, so he'll be visiting the pits 3 times in this race. So that's going to have a massive, massive effect on his finishing position, unfortunately. As we jump on board with Jimmy Boynhorn in his Ferrari, him and himself and Smith and Weston. John does love a Ferrari, Ken. John loves a Ferrari. Yeah, no, even if they can't hear you, you can keep throwing the insults my way. That's fine. One of these days, they will hear you. Yeah, it's definitely not the kindest of pit straights. I mean, it's no Spa, but it's certainly one that tests you. We've just had a little introduction from Kane there. Hello, Mustafa Rambar. The race is going well. The technical side of the commentary team isn't perhaps as smooth as we would have liked. JJVDM 480p Max. Yes, to be honest, mate, at the moment the issues we were having, we decided it was better just to get the stream running. And get you guys some racing action on a Saturday night, because let's face it, that's what you're here for at Sop Motorsport. We've got 17 drivers left and an hour 15 minutes of racing left. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe, get notifications next time we're online. There is another race straight after this one. Seriously, how lucky are you guys on a Saturday night? Another 2-hour race straight after this, and that'll be hosted by Simon, who is more than competent at the technical side of things. So we will definitely be in for a smoother stream later on. We're still trying to get Kane back on the microphone. The poor chap, like I say, it's his SOP debut, and he has unfortunately been cut down in his commentating prime. So we're still working on getting him back, because I can still hear him, and his microphone is still flashing on all the relevant computer programs that we need it to. We just for some reason can't hear him. Yeah. Oh, I wish you could hear what Ken was saying right now. Yeah, he's right. I'm in the unenviable position of being able to hear him, and no one else can. As AJ to the P, he has given himself the tiniest of breathers on Jacques Racing, and he is looking to make an assault on FRT Tumor, so he's going to go round outside. We jump on board with Jacques Racing, who's going to have a great view of this. He's currently sitting in third, of course, with Baggy, who's still down in 7th after pitted, but he's only about he's closed that gap from 20 to 14 seconds. So he's absolutely putting the foot down and doing what he needs to do, keeping it clean, keeping it consistent. And when the pit stops come round in the rinse, pretty confident that he's going to be someplace comfortably in the lead as we start finishing between those for the end of lap 30. They come flying into turn 1, which is a sharp right-hander followed by a very quick left right. As they're coming down, all the names are of course in Italian. Curva Misano, Curvone, Curva Tramonto. Unfortunately I can't do them justice, so we won't be doing corner names tonight. But we are at Misano, which has been in existence since only 1972. So it is one of the youngest European racetracks. Back in 1972 when it was formed, it was only 2.1 miles or 3.4 kilometres in new scale. It's now up to an almighty 2.6 miles or 4.2 kilometres. And it is a pretty fantastic course. I did a 2-hour race there last night. And yeah, it's one of those courses you can very easily make a mistake, but you can very easily just get into your flow, get your head down, and enjoy lapping really quickly. And it's a good track to get on the edge. It does bite back. There's a couple of the curves as we see them coming into this section here. Fast left-hander. Oh no, looking at the other hand. No. Right-hander. Yep, sorry. I'm looking at the Mercury. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So, just speaking of Ken, unfortunately we can't seem to rectify these the problems we're having to hear Ken. We trial run this, please believe us, we have trial run this several times. No stone has been left unturned in an effort to get this running smoothly for you guys at home, because we do want to bring you some kind of slick presentation so you can enjoy the racing, enjoy the commentary, enjoy your Saturday night, you know what I mean? But we are doing our best, we are cracking on, much like these top three are. This is absolutely fantastic racing between the three of them. AJ's got himself tucked right where he wants to be, right on the back in first place. And the respect these guys are showing, I mean, there's no dive bombing here, there's no crazy, if you're not close enough, you're not sticking your nose in, because you won't get it caught off. It doesn't matter how respectful you are, if you put your nose someplace in one of these cars where it's not supposed to be, you're going to feel the pain. And that is definitely, yes. And Chris Williams, the man that finished on the podium last night, congratulations Chris, did really well for himself. So yeah, he was in the position that Jacques Racing was in. Although I don't think he was quite chasing down AJ Marcelino and the guys. So another group of fast racers as these three leaders come up to lap Leon's Foot, who's in 17th. Oh, and we've got a man in the pits. So Timnus has given up the race lead and he's jumped into the pits on lap 31. So that'll get one of his mandatory pit stops out of the way, and we're going to see a lot of cars come flying past. But what we're going to do is we're going to stay on board with Jacques Racing, who is still, this is like some kind of sundial. Now you could literally track the time of the track from where Jacques' shadow is in relation to AJ. They're absolutely cutting this track up to start. Baggy's still back in 7th. He is effectively our race leader. He is back in 7th, but he is the lead car that has taken his first pit. He was leading the race when he took his first pit, and he managed to get back into 7th, and he's kept it there. The car to Bar Bliskin, or sorry, the gap to Bar Bliskin, he has reduced that pretty fantastically over the past 4 or 5 laps he's been at the pits. Okay, so sorry, who was that, Kane? Okay, so FRT Thomas, it looks like he spent more than 30 seconds in the pits, so he definitely changed tyres. So he is looking for, I'd say that's him running to the end on his boots now. There's no, do you think he'll change tyres again, Kate? Do you think 2 change, or why am I asking you? I'll ask you, and I'll translate to the viewers at home what exactly it is you say. Yeah, you think his second pit will be a splash and dash? I think it could be right. Yeah, based on the length of that, it looked like he might have taken on enough fuel. Yeah, he should definitely, well, he will definitely have been able to put on enough fuel to get himself to the end of the race. So. Yeah, that's right, yeah, they might have come out with as little as 40 litres in the tank so as to get some effective, quick laps early in the race. It's always a good strategy in endurance, is get yourself, I mean, it's a very easy one to go wrong, because obviously the slightest bit of contact or you get held up in traffic, you're suddenly running a very light car with no place to throw it. So that is a strategy that some of them may well have used, and some of them it looks like they did. And you had a couple of cars pitting within the first 20-30 minutes. Yeah, excuse me as I take a quick drink of my cup of tea there. Quite possibly the coldest thing in history. That's what happens when technology goes wrong and you're having a production meeting. Yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. Nothing's working. So we didn't get it to work. Unfortunately, we didn't get my kettle working in time. So it's a cold cup of tea. Yeah, as we've got SOP pointing out, it is a Bentley partly up at the front. With Team Ferrari, I don't think my Ferrari advice is going to go down too well in future, Kane. Not exactly. Although Tumlos, I tell you, Tumlos is effectively in second place. He has pitted and he's come out and he is in 7th behind Baggy. Obviously Baggy was promoted to 6th because Tumlos pitted. So Baggy and Tumlos have both pitted, so they are effectively our race leaders, as AJ at the moment is the man in the lead on the track. Obviously a lot can happen in pit stops, a lot can happen on the tracks. And I'm just getting some info here from Kane. Tumlos seems to be caught in a corner, you saying, Kane? Pushing his luck slightly with the track limits. Yeah, that's definitely not something you want to be indulging in too often. You definitely don't want to be falling foul with track limits. As our friend back in 12th, Evan IRL, now he's already been into the pits, but unfortunately it was for a drive-through. So he still has to pit twice. So we jump on board, thanks very much for pointing that one out, Kane. There we go. So FRT Top Gun, who we mentioned earlier, Uni Clark, I'm sure he was in the race that night as well. Another good chat. This is some Ferrari on McLaren action. Oh, and the Ferrari is just beautifully up the inside. Oh, and the McLaren did well to avoid contact there. Absolutely respectful, gave him room to let him through, and Top Gun's got the move done. So he will very soon show as being in 9th for the plus in his time on board, with Top Gun down to 10th, and Jimmy Boy Horn is lurking back in 11th, with Evan in 12th, Smith and Weston in 13th, the Guitar Dude. Yes, he is, just jumping on board there with Guitar Dude, just as the two of them are going at it. Oh, he's maybe got him on the cutback. He's coming back on the inside, rode that curve beautifully, and if they can get the foot down, oh, and that is not a curve. He's run wide, and I tell you, the reason he ran so wide there, I can tell you from personal experience, that curve is not one to be trifled with. Once you get half on that, you get off it to the right and just rejoin the track at the end. You don't want to be coming over. There's a massive extended ridge on that particular curve, and yeah, it looked like that Guitar Dude is falling foul of it there as Smith and Weston holds his place in 13th. We've got Kajitago, let's not forget the man in the course. He is back in 15th again. Any man that drives a Porsche gets my respect, because that car is insane. Sharkazulu, we saw him make a couple of mistakes earlier, but he's still throwing around Kane's beloved AMG. Beautiful livery on it as well. So he's running around in 16th, he has pitted, and Leon's Foot has pitted as well back in 17th. So that Guitar Dude, Evan IRL, and Uni Clark are the only three outside the top 10 not to pit. And I'm being told that Baggy, sorry, who's got the traffic, King? Okay, so Racing Dutchman. Yes, they're having Jacques Racing. Tell you what, Kane, do you want to jump on board with Jacques Racing and give me an update on his pits? He has pitted, so we'll jump back on board with the Racing Dutchman. If you want to keep an eye on Jack in the pit and tell me what you think. And tell you what, you're going to be busy in the pit lane there, Kane, because you've got Racing Dutchman. He's coming as well. So, Baggy will retake 2nd place. FRT Tumno seems to be a bit behind, I think. Is he caught up in a bit of traffic there? Or was that Bliskin? There seemed to be a bit of to and fro in there, but Tumnos, he'll be looking, I hope we're saying that right. There's D-Star. Yeah, Mustafa, sorry mate, we're having some extended technical difficulties, so there is another commentator here in my ear. I can, unfortunately, I've managed to transfer the echo from yourselves to me, so I can hear myself echoing, I can hear my co-commentator echoing as well. There is another commentator here, but we've just had some problems. We will get them rectified for the next stream, which will actually be tonight with Simon. So if you want to see how it's done properly and hear proper two professional commentators, tune in tonight after this race, and you'll see even more of SOP's cream of the crop throwing it around Misano for 2 hours. It will be fabulous. So don't miss that. Okay, so my co-commentator, the man in the pit lane, is telling me that Jacques Racing may have had a bit of a drama in the pits. He was in there for an oh no, sorry, was it Dutchman, Kane? Dutchman may have had an issue in the pits. Oh, the Dutchman rejoins and he is behind the Rainmeister. So yeah, he's definitely lost places there, I would say. We'll need to wait on the timing board to update. Unfortunately, it only updates when they run through every sector. But yeah, so the Racing Dutchman, oh, has got ahead. Is he in front of him now? Right, okay, so he's carried that pace through. Got back in front. So HA is our track leader after 37 laps, but he hasn't made any pit stops yet. Baggy is back up to second place and he is hunting down the cars at the front. He has made a pit stop. We've got Elan Bliskin is in third. He is taking his first mandatory pit stop with Jacques Racing about to be promoted to third because he has pitted. So there's now only 3 cars that haven't taken their first of 2 mandatory pit stops. So that is running quite long into the race. FRT Timlos, he was in second place.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
1, 2, 3, just sorry, say that again, King? Yep. Okay, right, yes, so. Yes, podium adjusted, yes, okay, so LNR Bliskin has now come in to take one of his mandatory pit stop. So at the moment, the race leader is Baggy 38 with Jacques Racing in third and FRT Timlos in third. Sorry, he's in third, Jacques is in second. I'm preempting AJ's pit stop. AJ does of course have 2 pit stops left to take, and we're 38 laps into the race, which is an hour in. So yeah, so we're probably looking at about 73, 74 laps. Something in that time, and there's some blue flag. There's AJ being blue flagged past the course of Kajitakos. So he is still the track leader, but Baggy 38 is definitely leading this race. He's closing in quite comfortably on AJ as well, to be fair. Yeah, he's only 34 seconds behind after taking a pit stop, so he will definitely take the lead when AJ comes into pit with, unless AJ does this shot. Oh yeah, well yeah, AJ could do a splash and dash and try and work it. There is a mandatory requirement for a tyre change. It is risky. It certainly is a risky strategy, Kane. Actually, just an idea. Have you? I can't use this one. Connecting just straight through your phone to the chat, is that the difference? Or have you got using different headphones to the test? Yeah, okay. Sorry, still trying to iron out the technical difficulties. It's such a pity you can't hear Kane. It is his debut tonight on SOP. There's myself, Simon Bailey, Stu, and now Kane. Kane and I are obviously the newest additions to the team, and this was our maiden broadcast together on the channel. And unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we did start a bit late, and we've now lost voice comms from Kane. I unfortunately still can hear him in my ear. And he did, I can confirm, he did laugh when I said that, so he's at least not lost his sense of humour. Even if we have lost the sound of him. But we are 39 laps into this race, and AJ to the P is still to take his first mandatory pit stop. So he is just using that empty track and giving himself the best chance he can to come out as far up the field as possible when he does take his pit stop. So he, lap 39, AJ to the P just coming into the sharp left-hander that is... Oh no, that's the end of turn 3, sorry. I'm looking at it totally wrong, and there he goes. So AJ to the P is in the pits, and here comes Baggy to retake the lead. Kane, if you're there, AJ's in the pits. Give us a wee. Get your magic stopwatch on, lad. Let me know how long he's in the pits there for. Remember, if you're watching, thank you very much for staying. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. And yay! Right on cue. Remember those technical problems we were talking about? Well, they've just reared their lovely head. So if you bear with me 2 seconds, what I will do is pop up. What you're going to see now, this is a little track map. Let me just put the track map on. Oh. So there we go. Bear with me a second or two. I'm just going to quickly rejoin. While I'm rejoining, Kane will keep me up to date with what's going on track, and I will relay the information to you. Oh, so AJ did put tyres on. Oh. And yeah, Sod's Law, AJ's come out in third. There's a close battle on track as we look at a track map. As well as the track map, remember as well, we have lots more events coming up here. And let me just do this, because obviously everything's taking ages. The next event we've got coming up is the Coastal Academy event. It's an hour and a half of Laguna Seca. Remember, we've also got a racing tonight. There's more racing tonight. Can you believe that? Another 2-hour race. So we've got another 2-hour race to come for you lucky people tonight. That will be Simon commentating on it, so I guarantee you things will run a lot smoother. That's what happens when you get the 2 newbies in together. Baptism of fire for our poor Kane, who got up at stupid o'clock in the morning to take part and commentate and keep you guys up to date on the action on track, and we can't hear the poor man's voice. So definitely, everyone in the chat, say hi to Kane, let him know that he's appreciated, because it is some effort he's put in to get up to try and talk you guys through what's going on, as I just quickly stumble through the password. Okay, so as we thought, I'm being told that Baggy has indeed resumed a fairly massive lead on the rest of the field. Yeah, and second, third and fourth are now battling very closely. So let me just get rid of the map, and we are back on board. Racing. So yes, indeed. So Tumnos, now am I not right in thinking that Tumnos was in second? So Tumnos has lost out big time, and yeah, big loser in the pit stops. And the Racing Dutchman, I'd say he's done quite well. He had a bit of a mistake in the pits, but he's hanging on in there in fifth, where Rainmaster in sixth, and they've got a nice little gap to Eleanor Barbliskin, who's got red flag nice and close to him. With Top Gun in ninth, and Jimmy Boy Horn, the man in the blue Ferrari, rounding out the top 10, but I'm sure Uni Clark's going to have something to say about that when the next round of pits. And speaking of next round of pits, Smith & Weston has pulled both triggers. He now has a green bar next to his name, which means he's pitted twice. So he's got his pit stops out the way, so he's now running to the end of the race. I'm going to jump back on board with Tumnos, and as he comes along the start finish straight and looks ahead of that beautiful sight ahead of him of Jack's Racing. Jack's Racing! Jack's in the pits again. Wow, so he's pulled the trigger. He's gone back to back. He only beat it recently, didn't he, Ken? Yeah, 2 very quick pit stops. So that's an interesting strategy here. Let's see how that one works out. What do we think of that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think that pit strategy is going to work out? Guitar Dude says Humps and Problems got teleported in the pits. What was the pole time? I think the pole time was somewhere in the 34s, if I remember correctly. Sorry. 8 seconds. So Jacques was only in the pits for 8 seconds, so he's just topped up a tiny amount of fuel. So that's him coming back out. How far high up is he going to come back out? Okay, well, this is going to be interesting to see. The racing Dutchman's got him. Dutchman's got him. And all kinds of shenanigans going on here as AJ to the P finds himself in the middle of a... Well, he's taking a blue flag past two people that are battling for position, I think. Yes, they are. The Porsche and the Ferrari of that Guitardine Smith & Wesson. So AJ has got himself... Yeah, there we go. So he's just taking that run a little bit wide, got him through. And but he's now got FRT Terminus on his rear end. And up ahead of them is Jacques Zulu. So yeah, don't let anybody ever tell you that endurance racing is boring. Because, yeah, here we go. We've got 5 cars on track here. Out of those 5 cars, 2 of them are fighting for a position. Another 2 of them are fighting for another position. With one poor so-and-so stuck in the middle, trying to keep it on track. Oh, and a little wiggle from AJ. There's a wiggle from AJ. Now, is he needing new tyres? Did he change tyres on his pit stop, or does he need to come in again and change them for the end of the race? Is he feeling the pressure? I mean, does AJ to the P feel pressure? Yeah, I think catching Baggy is... I'm going to say outside the window. I think if we're calling a spade here, Baggy is absolutely... yeah. His qualifying time is a 1 minute 33.2. Wow, so there you go. Guys in the chat, you were asking what the pole time was. 1 minute 33.2. That is... wow. Aye, back at it. Let's go Aussies. Oh, can you hear Kane? Please tell me you can't hear him because he was swearing a minute ago. Haha, I'm only kidding. Yeah, man, that was... how ironic would that be? But yeah, we'll jump back on board. So we've got 8... if that's right, that's rapid. Yeah, 33.2, mate. That is, yeah, that is an extremely quick lap time. I'm sure in our race last night, the pole time was a 34.1, which we thought was alien pace. So to go 9/10 quicker than that, that boy knows how to drive. And yeah, we're going to stay on board with AJ to the P because Terminus is definitely keeping him honest. And there's still a lot of pit action because it's Jacques racing now. He's had an absolute blinder. Oh, AJ's run wide. He's had a bit of a struggle there on that extra. That's exactly the curb I was talking about earlier. You do not want to run wide on that. That little extra lip that's got on the barrier, that will absolutely throw you off, as we see Rainmeister and Top Gun in the pits for their second pit stop. So Jacques Racing is going to be looking to make the most of that and get himself a place back. He has, of course, completed both of his mandatory pit stops. So yeah, so that's going to get that place back as he comes into the second last corner. In fact, this is going to be close for Jacques. This is going to be close. Oh, Jacques' second sector. Okay. Yeah, so Rainmeister is losing a whole bunch of places there. Jacques got himself into 5th though. And with Racy's only 13 seconds behind the racing Dutchman, so he could definitely overtake him with FRT Terminus. Now looking like 3rd place is not secure. For a man that was running in 2nd for such a long time in the race, he's absolutely been mugged off in the pit stops. I don't know, maybe he had a mistake, whether he put on too much fuel, or perhaps he's just had a longer pit stop and now the guys that have still got to pit are going to have a longer pit second time round. So right, he's lapping he's lapping in the 33s. Yeah, he could be rapping as well. Yeah, he could easily be multitasking. As AJ to the P once again, he's finding it quite difficult around that corner, whose Italian name I won't besmirch. But it is, of course, the curve in Misano. And on that... oh, there we go, the man in the plan tells me... yep, Tacos has made this, but so Rainmeister, he came out the pit in ninth. He came out the pits in ninth, and that's him got both of his pit stops out of the way. So he'll be looking to overtake Jimmy Boy, Red Fly, and possibly Bar Bliskin when they take their next mandatory pit stop. Jack Racing's got to feel pretty comfy. He's in 5th and taking both of his pit stops, so he will be looking to take at least 5th in this race and hoping to pull a number on the Racing Dutchman. I think Tumnos might be just slightly too far out of reach of him, but it will certainly be a battle towards the end. AJ to the P, still lapping, having some problems, as we see on the curve of Misano, on that exit curve on the right hand side. It is an absolute killer, even in something as planted in the Bentley. As Baggy just absolutely cruising to victory. He is making this look very, very, very easy in that Audi of his. 46 lap into the race, and yeah, as smooth as you like. He of course still does have a pit stop as well, but 36 seconds ahead of AJ to the P in the second. So yeah, very, 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 very slim chances, I would say, for the lead of this race to change hands at the end. Again, it's an endurance race with 45 minutes to go. Anything can happen, but Baggy does look like the type of driver that will keep it together and easily keep it on track till the end. FDR Tumnos is closing the gap on AJ to the P. Of course, AJ was in 3rd for a while behind Tumnos, and he had Jacques Racing very much under his rear spoiler for most of the race. Jacques is back in 5th, but he's taken both of his pit stops. So when Tumnos and AJ to the P take their next mandatory pit stop, this battle for 2nd place is going to heat right up towards the end of this race. So it's going to be a bit of a grandstand finish for the final podium places, I would say. Hello guys in the chat, by the way. Matt Davies, hello. Joe Mahoney, hello. Thomas Armento. We do have an AMG in the track, my friend. Sharka Zulu. Yes, Sharka Zulu with the South African livery. He is rocking an AMG, my friend. To be fair, I do understand what you're saying. Because of the bigger fuel tank, it is a good car. It is very planted, but it is very big. And it does go through a lot of fuel per lap, as I'm sure Kane will testify. So I can understand why that wouldn't be a massively popular choice out here. The Bentley though is definitely, I mean, could you imagine what Baggy would do if he was in a Bentley? Yeah, quite horrifying. As Baggy comes up to some back markers here, I'd imagine these guys are let through. Oops, one of them's run a bit wide, one of them's stayed on track. So that's a 720. So that will be the McLaren of Leon's Foot or Uni Clark. So yes, it's Uni Clark up in 10th. So Baggy's just about to blue flag past him very comfortably. With AJ to the P. Now I tell you, that man has not had a minute's peace this entire race. He said Jacques all over him for the first stint. Jacques pitted, they all pitted. And as soon as they came back out, the Racing Dutchman was on his rear end, and then he pitted. And now he's got FRT Tumnos chasing him down. So this podium is far from decided. I think it's pretty safe to say that bar divine intervention, Baggy 38 is looking very, very, very good to take this race. But certainly AJ to the P, FRT Tumnos, Jacques Racing, and possibly the Racing Dutchman. We'll see how well he does after his pit stop. But those 3-4 cars are definitely going to be battling for 2nd and 3rd come the end of this race. So we'll have a quick run through. We've got Leon's Foot who's still on. I believe we had one car disconnected. Someone did say earlier in the chat that disconnected. Sorry, I've forgotten who that was. But we've got Leon back in 17th with Kaja Tackles, in 15th. Smith & Weston in 15th. Sharka Zulu in 14th. That guitar dude in that beautiful blue Ferrari is in 13th with Evan IRL. Now Evan IRL has actually done really well here because he did get a drive-through penalty early doors. And he's taken his drive-through penalty, taken one of his mandatory pit stops, and he's kept himself up in 12th. So he's done really well there, I think, to get back into such a high position considering the number of pit stops he's had to take. We're looking now at FRT Top Gun. He has taken both his pit stops as well. Another man with a sense to drive a Ferrari. Uni Clark is in 10th with Rainmeister in 9th. Another man that's taken both his pit stops, so he'll be looking to improve his position from 9th. We've got Jimmy Boy Horn in 8th with Red Fly in 7th, who is in the pits taking his second mandatory stop. We've got LRN Bar Bliskin, the man from the mountain last week. He's got himself up at the 6th. We've got Jacques Racing in 5th. Now Jacques is definitely in a very comfortable position. Well, is he in a comfortable position? He has taken both his pit stops, so he is now looking to get to the end of the race on the fuel and the tyres that he has. Now that should be easily doable, but this is motor racing. There are curbs and there are other cars involved, so you just never know what's going to go right and what's going to go wrong. Racing Dutchman's up in 4th with FRT Toomless in 3rd, AJ to the P in 2nd, and Baggy, just absolute league of his own, off in the front. He's probably sitting doing his mascara in the rear view mirror. As we'll jump back on with AJ to the P and FRT Toomless. Again, AJ, one of the smoothest drivers. I did share a track with the man very recently, and he is ridiculously quick. But he has not had a minute's peace this entire race. 49 laps in, and his rear view mirror has constantly had either a Bentley or a Ferrari. Now, granted, a Ferrari in the rear view mirror is pretty awesome, but certainly not when you're on an endurance race, lap after lap after lap. So these two definitely are going to take this battle right down to the end. Both of them need to pit, and you've kind of got to wonder to yourself, is Jacques Racing going to be the one to benefit the most from AJ and Toomless? Because AJ's obviously having to go slightly defensive here. FRT Toomless is closing the gap. Oh, and he's run wide. So he's run wide in the second last turn. He's got it together for the last turn and got back, but he's now on the edge of the slipstream. So AJ could find himself pulling away, with the Racing Dutchman hoping to latch onto the back of Toomless. That is quite a big ask given the way this has been going. And Jacques Racing in 5th. Now I reckon Jacques good for at least 30. I think when the pit stops come in and out, I think Jacques could be looking to find himself on the podium. And I think Rainmeister as well, again, he's pitted both times. He's used 2 of his mandatory pit stops, so he again is going to be looking to race directly to the end. Still trying to figure out why we had echo and why we can't hear Ken. Thank you everybody for hanging around. This is, of course, the Sop Motorsport 2-hour Misano race. Thanks everybody for watching. Remember, give us a like and a subscribe. You get notifications. We've got a race directly after this one with Simon. Again, it's another 2 hours and some really good drivers in that. I know quite a few guys that are in a couple of the splits, so I will certainly be watching and cheering them on enthusiastically. Let's watch this. We've also got a 1.5 hour Laguna Seca that's coming up very soon. We'll have more details of that at the end of the stream. As we are watching the Rainmeister, he has a rear view mirror or something, but I don't think. No, that's not the car behind him. That's just a flyer. So that's a car. So that's not a battle for position. Baggy has pitted. So Baggy's pitted. He's 26 seconds ahead. So I can see AJ. He's going to take the lead again on track here, I would say. As Kane is going to keep an eye on Baggy. See along to the pits. But here comes AJ. Wow, is that him? Wow, yep. So, yep, you're right, Ken. That is an absolute splash and dash. He's not even going to... Is he going to lose the lead? Yes, he is, sorry. Yes, he is. He's come out. He's going to come out 3rd, perhaps 4th. He really needs to get ahead of Jacques Racing, because him and Jacques Racing are racing for position. Both of them have taken both their stops. Baggy is just leaving the pit exit, and Jacques Racing is just coming to the pit exit. Cameraman, we want a better angle than that. Come on. Show me the good stuff. Oh, Baggy is out, and Jacques is a couple of corners behind. So yes, so Baggy's definitely looking to dominate this race. AJ to the P is once again our track leader, but as soon as he pits, that will change. He's got Toomless, who's dropping off the back. He was sitting about half a second. He's now at 1.1. So AJ is keeping it nice and clean. He's certainly keeping AJ honest with the racing Dutchman, another man that needs the pits. He is ahead of Baggy at the moment, but of course Baggy has taken both his pits as long as Jacques. And just getting some information on Kane. Yep. Yep. No, it's certainly not. So yeah, so just waiting from Kane. He's been analysing the pit stops. Because unfortunately we can't hear his voice. For anybody that's watching, I do have a co-commentator in the ear. Unfortunately we can't hear him at the moment, but he was just doing the timings, and it looks like Jacques Racing has pulled an absolute blinder. With getting his 2 pit stops back to back and done early, he's got himself to within 10 seconds of Baggy, the race leader. Which means, as I mentioned before, him looking for a podium here is definitely on the cards. And I would say I'd actually say he's chasing down second. Because once AJ to the P, FRT Turnos and the Racing Dutchman pits, Baggy will retake the lead of the race. And Jacques Racing is within 10 seconds of Baggy. So these two, Jacques Racing absolutely definitely going to be the big winner on the day here, I think. AJ to the P and FRT Turnos have taken turns racing the lead. FRT Turnos for stint 1 was in second place very comfortably. Yeah, it really is going to be a sprint to the end for the final 4. Which, yeah, I can't wait to see. And in he comes. So AJ has taken his pit. FRT Turnos has taken the lead. And I tell you what, I think AJ's timed that perfectly because Turnos is about to run into a lot of traffic. A lot of back marker traffic. We're going to jump on board with Baggy though, because we're thinking he's going to take the race lead. Has AJ timed this well enough? Oh, yeah. So, Baggy's passed him. So, yeah, so that's Baggy's coming on the straight. AJ to the P is moving. Yeah, so Baggy's definitely got it. Baggy is coming full speed along the start-finish straight as AJ is rolling out the pit. So there's Baggy. Now, the important question. Here comes Jacques Racing. Is Jacques Racing about to resume his battle with AJ to the P? This is the moment we've been waiting on. And where is AJ to the P? The timing board. So, oh, he's out. So yes. Well, I'll tell you what, we're talking about Jacques being the big winner here. AJ to the P's got out ahead of him. So there you go. You underestimate AJ at your peril. The man's got out, done the laps, and Jacques Racing, who I was declared, yeah, he's going to get second place. Nope, he's not. He has absolutely got his work cut out for him if he wants to improve. The Racing Dutchman is in second at the moment with Tumlis in first, but of course those 2 drivers both have a pit stop still to take. The Tumlis has decided not this lap for me, and the Dutchman's still a fair bit bad. In fact, he's 30 seconds off the lead, so yeah, when he takes his pit, yeah, see, he's got AJ, he's got Baggy 2 seconds behind and AJ to the B 4 seconds behind, so the Racing Dutchman's definitely out of position. He is going to be, oh, he's going to come out down the field. Yeah, no, that's a bit far down the field. So Tumnos is still leading the race, but the Racing Dutchman is a fair bit behind. So Tumnos will be looking now to try and get himself some clean track and just go. Increase that gap any way he can and just hope that it's enough so that when he comes out the pits he's someplace there or thereabouts the podium. Because I tell you, if Tumnos doesn't get on the podiums here, he's going to be one massively disappointed driver considering the performance he put in qualifying, and yeah, sections he's led the race, he was in second, but I tell you, the pit stops, Jacques Racing absolutely pulled the blinder. Even if he doesn't make it to second, as I predicted, but he did pull the blinder to get to where he did. He's in behind AJ to the P, who is tucked in behind Baggy. Well, I say tucked in, it's a fair distance there, with the Dutchman and Tumnos. So, oh, Bliskin. Yeah, Bad Bliskin's got himself, he's pushed those track limits once too often, and he's got himself a drive-through penalty. And with a mandatory pit stop to take as well, That's very much his racing all over, which is unfortunate. It's certainly a shame that we pick up at this time in the race. As we jump on board with Jim Ross. He's throwing himself a bit wide. These drivers are really pushing it. He really... See, this is the thing, he knows he's got clear track, he knows he needs to make the most of that. He knows he's not going to make up any places on track at the moment because of who's ahead. He's obviously leading the race, so he needs to make up these in the pit stop before he gets to the pit stop by putting in quicker lap times than the guys that are behind him and hopefully having a really quick outlap. And as you know, Kane, you and I both well know, outlap tyres can certainly cause issues. Yes, they do. Oh, yep, good spot, Kane. So there's the Dutchman. He's in and out. Jacques Racing has overtaken him. So he's up to fourth. Bar Bliskin, the poor lad. That's another man that's had to serve a drive-through penalty. It's not been that's not a great race when you have to serve one of those. So Baggy is our provisional race leader with AJ to the P provisionally in second, and Jacques is provisionally on the bubble because given the gap, where is Tom Noss going to come out of the pits when he takes his last pit stop? We're just going to stay on board and see if he pulls the trigger this lap and if he decides to go in or not. Here he comes. So this is the third last corner, that annoying left, okay. Sorry, annoying right, followed by a very quick left and another quick left. The pit lane second stop so far, none of the top guys changed tyres. From what Kane was managed to ascertain with his stopwatch, there was a lot of guys changed tyres on their first pit stop. So no, sorry, I'm also getting more information in the ear from Kane there. Sorry, I realised that was a disjointed sentence. Oh, you don't think they've done a tyre change at all, or just in this pit stop? No. Right, yeah, so, yes. That information was correct at time of print. Yes, so second round of stops, it doesn't look like there has been any tyre changes by any of the guys in the lead. So, we are 56 laps into this race, an hour and 32 minutes. These guys have been keeping this on track. With our FRT Tom Noss, he is currently our on-track leader, but I think it's safe to say that Baggy 38 is in the lead of this race. He's got AJ to the P 6 seconds behind him, so he's closed the gap a bit as well. This has been a great race from AJ. Considering the amount of defending he had to do, he's got himself right back on the tail of the leader with Jacques Racing again. Fabulous first stint, absolutely hunted AJ down, kept him as honest could be, and timed his pit stops quite well. Like, he did 2 pit stops back to back, very quickly got them out of the way, and worked out blindingly for him. The Racing Dutchman's gained a few places as well, so's the Rainmeister. Bar Bliskin, unfortunately, was one of the 2 drivers fell foul of the track limits, got themselves a drive-through penalty, so he has had to visit the pits 3 times, but he's still up in 7th, so that's not a bad result when you take that into consideration. Oh, and nope, he's just as I say that, it turns out the Porsche Red Fly has actually overtaken him on that last pit stop there. So Red Fly has got himself up to 7th, Bar Bliskin's got himself into 8th, with Jimmy Boy Horn in that beautiful blue Ferrari is up in 9th, with Uni Clark in 10th. So Uni Clark is coming in to take his last pit stop. FRT Top Gun will take 10th place, with Evan IRL, the other driver, who unfortunately suffered from a drive-through penalty. He's in 12th with a pit stop to take. That Guitardage in 13th with a pit stop to take. Smith and Weston, Kachitako, Sharka Zulu and Leon's Foot make up the bottom 4 drivers, and they have all completed their pit stops. So the only drivers left to pit are Timnos, who is in the pits. And looks like he's doing a bit of breakdancing on his tyres there. So we will jump back on with Baggy. It's that button there, John. There were more technical problems in this one. The stupidity. So here we see Baggy coming round. He is going to retake the lead. Where will Timnos come out the pits? He's still sat on his way. So that's Timnos making a move. Baggy is coming around the corner. AJ to the P. Where is he going to come out? Let's just jump on board with AJ, and I think he's got him. Oh no, so AJ's a fair bit behind. So Timnos is on the pit exit. And here we go. Just as it's getting interesting, I have indeed once again been kicked out. So let me just grab this. Oh, let's make that go away. Yes, so the next event we have is, of course, the Coach Dave Academy 1.5 hour Laguna Seca. Fingers crossed the PlayStation works better for that than it does for us. Say hi in the chat. Thank you everybody for still watching. We really appreciate you hanging in there to see the racing. We are doing our absolute best to bring you the racing. You can pretty much guarantee there's going to be some spectacular overtakes now as I wait on my PlayStation to reload so we can jump back into spectator mode. Normally at this time I would catch my breath and get Kane on board, but of course the technical gods have decided they don't want to listen to Kane. So I'm afraid you are indeed stuck with me. So that's the details of our next event. That is of course the Coach Dave event. We are this evening racing at Misano. Here is a little copy of the Misano track here. Up at the very top of the screen there, that is called Curve 1. Curve 1. And that leads you into the Curva del Caro and the Curva Misano. Very Italian names. The track came into existence in 1972, so it is a very young track. But it does have very Italian names. Curva del Rio, Variante del Parco. That could have been Italian. What do you think, Ken? Think that could have been Italian? It is definitely one of my accents. Thank you very much. That's probably the most politically correct way of saying no. You couldn't be any less Italian if you tried, you haggis munching Scotsman. Not that that is in any way, shape or form a bad thing. So let me just frantically type in the name of the server and then the password. Oh, Jacques got a drive-through. We have Jacques with a drive-through. Wow. Okay, so Jacques, we were just, singing his praises, saying what a great race he'd had, how fabulously done with his pit stop strategy, taking the two of them so close together. Sorry, I had to put my microphone down to use both hands. But I'm just quickly jumping back on board again. Thank you for staying with us, guys. Unfortunately, sometimes you have these streams where just technical things just rear their head, and there's very little you can do when the technical gods decide that they are not happy. So we are going to fire on, make the most of this. I think you may have...
Go.
Okay, so yes, we are back, we are live. Again, thank you very much for hanging on there. You have rejoined us once again. AJ to the P is up to second. Jacques racing with a drive-through penalty. So after having such a great pit strategy as a pit stop, or a non-stop in the pit, it's going to cost him time, unfortunately. And FRT Timnos is indeed going to say thank you very much for breaking those track limits, my friend. I'm going to take that final podium place back, and he's taking it back with quite a distance. So Jacques got to be a bit devastated at the moment, but the Racing Dutchman making up the top 5, Rainmeister in 6th, Red Flies in 7th, Bar Bliskin in 8th, Jimmy Boy Horn in 9th. Top Gun's got himself up to 10th with Evan IRL, sorry Evan, up to 11th place. He still has to pit along with the guitar dude, but pit stop left each with 20 minutes to go, so these guys are really pushing it. Uni Clark in his McLaren 720S in 13th place, Smith & Weston in the Porsche, Kajitako in the Porsche in 14th and 15th, Shaka Zulu in his AMG is in 16th, with Leon's Foot in the McLaren 720S making up the last of our drivers. So we'll jump back on board with Baggy 38 and we'll give this guy some camera time. He has been absolutely flawless this evening. In fact, sorry, yep, he is getting stuck in a cup of tea there. I need to keep my mouth refreshed because I don't have a co-commentator to bail me out. So we've got Baggy leading the race. 61 laps in, 20 minutes to go. He is looking very comfortable in the lead. He's extended his lead to AJ from 6 seconds up to 9. So he, even at this stage of the race, is still pulling away. FRT Tumnos is making up our last podium position. And he has got himself a nice little gap to Jacques Racing, who will be absolutely gutted picking up a drive-through penalty this late in the race. We've got the Racing Dutchman in 5th and the Rainmeister in 6th, and all 4 Bentleys in the top 6. So definitely a car that's worth considering if you're looking to put a lap time in round here. But of course, don't look past the Ferrari. We cannot forget about our beloved Ferrari. As we see FRT Tumnos bringing it home, bright yellow with a black racing stripe. Got himself up to 3rd place. He was running in 2nd for a long time, and it looked like Jacques Racing had pulled an absolute blinder in the pits to deny Tumnos of his podium place today. But Jacques cut a few corners, got himself a drive-through, and yeah, that is all she wrote. None of these guys at the front seem like they're the type to make mistakes, so we can pretty much take it as read that Baggy is going to win this race. But AJ to the P does have Tumnos hunting him down. So he is looking, he's keeping the gap to Baggy at 9.5 seconds. So we'll just wait and see what the gap to Tumnos is and see if that has decreased any on this last lap. Just as he's about to come in this time on belt, it should give us a read of how far behind he is. And here we go, 24 seconds. So yeah, that is quite possibly a big ask, especially when it's AJ to the P that we're hunting down. He's not exactly known for his mistakes. He did make a couple earlier on that particular corner, whose Italian name I won't massacre once again, for fear that the next piece will be dodgy. But he did make a couple of mistakes, ran wide and fell foul with those curves, but got it back together, got his head down, and he's got himself a very nice 2nd place, considering he qualified 4th. AJ is going to be very, very, very happy with his performance, and I say his race strategy as well. He has worked his pit stops magnificently, kept himself clean, hasn't got himself a drive-through, and he's kept himself up in a 2nd place. So he will definitely be more than happy with his performance this evening. If you're in the chat, feel free, say hello. I know you can't hear Kane, so I'm feeling kind of lonely here, I can't hear him, so feel free to say hi. Hit follow, hit subscribe, hit like, do all that fabulous stuff. We're trying to get up to 1,000 drivers, so come on over to the Sop Motorsport, and it could easily be you on track here on YouTube with all your mates watching. Can you beat AJ to the P? Can you beat Baggy 38? Are you like me and likely to finish in 17th in one of these events? If so, why not join in anyway? It is loads of fun. It's a really great community, and we're trying to get up to 1,000 drivers, so jump on the website, jump into Discord, say hello, and see if you can get involved. Come and show us how it's done. I will be racing myself in a Silverstone event in a few weeks. I did say to Simon, he asked if there was any events I wanted to commentate a race. The only race I really want to be in is a Silverstone, and that's the one that Simon's picked to commentate. So I'm trying not to feel too bad, not to feel too dejected there, Simon. Yeah, the one race I want to race, that's the one. So we'll maybe work on that. 63 laps in with 16 minutes to go. Baggy 38 is still in the lead with AJ to the P in 2nd. FRT Timnos is holding at 25 seconds behind him, with Jacques Racing caught up in a bit of traffic here, but he's comfortably in third. In fact, when I say comfortably, does he have the Racing Dutchman breathing down his neck? I think he does. With the Rainmeister sitting a bit far off, so we'll jump on with the Racing Dutchman here and see if he can make any moves on Jacques Racing. He's certainly within a second, and that was Sharky Zulu. Yeah, safe to say that was Sharky making a mistake. We won't watch that, there's no point in we don't have to do that to the young lad. That looks like he missed his braking zone and just went shooting straight off the track. Who has... yeah, on the little map there above you, see he's now safely rejoined. As the Racing Dutchman and Racing Dutchman and Rainmeister are currently having their way. Oh no, it's not the Rain. It is Jacques Racing. Sorry, I do apologise. I expected Jacques Racing to be further ahead. It is Jacques Racing and the Racing Dutchman that are fighting out for 4th place. So they two are fighting out for 4th, with Timnos now running wide. So wow. So after me saying earlier you don't expect to see many mistakes from these guys, we're now seeing several. AJ Baggy's just pulling away slightly. He has extended that by about a second, and oh, we've got another drive-through. We have another drive-through, so the Rainmeister has fallen foul of the track limits. This really is an easy track to get yourself falling foul of. Joining us and helping James with the start for the next race. Oh, James, good luck, James. Good luck everybody that's in the next race. Good luck, Simon. We've got 14 minutes left, but I wonder how Homeschool Racer got on. I know he was racing in this particular race as well in a different split, so I hope all you guys had good races or have good races, as we're on board with the Racing Dutchman, who is absolutely doing his best to not only keep Jacques Racing on us but get past him. Rainmeister's got to be gutted. He could have had a chance, but that drive-through penalty, that is definitely going to be an end to his race and could possibly see him losing a good few points. Baggy 38 then, 65 laps in. Oh, okay, so my trackside technician is telling me that Rainmeister should keep his spot, do you think, Kane, yeah? Okay, it looks like it could be a battle, but we're reckoning that he might keep his spot. And he's coming in, so red flag. This is next, yeah, so you're right, he could be in and out without any problem whatsoever. Unlike Jacques Racing, who has a whole rear view mirror full of problems, as he's got the Racing Dutchman, who is certainly proven to be racy. He's keeping him absolutely honest for this last 13 minutes. Okay, so we see the Rainmeister coming out from the pits now. Strangely, the DT has not cleared from his name. So, is it a possible? No, it has. Yes, it has. Yeah, it has. It was worried there for a second that he hadn't cleared his pit properly and actually stopped, which wouldn't have counted as a drive-through. Oh, and there's a big mistake. Racing Dutchman. The Racing Dutchman has made himself a... Sorry, no, he's not. It's the honest car of Jacques Racing that's made the mistake. So the Racing Dutchman is going to say thank you very much. So Jacques Racing, his race has gone from bad to worse. Or sorry, it's gone from good to bad to worse. Pulled an absolute blinder with his pit stop, going back to back with his two pit stops. He then fell foul, got himself a drive-through penalty, and the Racing Dutchman has kept his head, kept it together, and in the dying 15 minutes of this race has got himself up another position. Only got 15 minutes left, P10. Excellent. TRK Sim Racing, going to go as well. Cheers, guys. Yeah, THKKR Sim Racing, thank you for watching, bud. Massive thank you to everybody that's hanging about to watch. As we're coming into the last 12 minutes of the race, we can see Baggy has got himself a very, very, very comfortable lead over AJ to the P. FRT Tumlos is going to keep AJ honest, but from a distance, I would say, with the Racing Dutchman making most of the Jacques racing. I mean, do we call it a lack of concentration in the dying minutes of the race? Got himself a track limits penalty, and I'll tell you, Jack, that is not going to impress the stewards any either. Could find himself falling foul of another drive-through if he's not careful. But yeah, he went back-to-back pit stops, had to take a drive-through, and then made a fairly massive mistake. And the Dutchman's just made a mistake as well. This race, Kane, is definitely not over. Which is obvious, because I said earlier, these pros won't be making mistakes. And yeah, we've got to the last 15 minutes, there's mistakes left, right and centre. So it's definitely going to be the grandstand finish that I promised. Yes, it's certainly going to be a slippery finish, Ken, you're right. These guys, as we figured out, we've done the calculations, we reckon that they all changed tyres in their first pit stop. So no tyre change in the second pit stop. So some of these guys have been running these tyres for about an hour and a half, so they're going to be coming close to the edge of their tyre life. And also you've got to figure as well, the cars are getting a lot lighter, so they handle a lot differently in the braking zone. So you get a lot braver because your car's lighter, but then your tyres just remind you that they don't have the same grip that they did when the race started, and you can certainly very easily lose the front end, back end, one touch of a curb, and yeah, off into the shadow realm. No, definitely not the best day for that Ricardo there, Kane, you're right. He still has a pit stop to go with 9 minutes left of the race. So he could well find himself losing out to Uni Clark. There doesn't seem to be Jimmy Boy Horn. Yep, he's got himself up to 9th, but Bart Bliscam, he had a drive-through penalty as well, so to get back to 8th, that's some decent going. But Rainmeister, he's got himself right on the back of Redfly. Redfly, of course, overtook him in the pits. So I think Rainmeister will definitely be looking to get a move done before the end of the race with Jacques Racing, who we thought was going to be the big winner, but he's ended up losing out on a couple of places. With the Racing Dutchman being one of the people saying thank you for his mistakes and taking the place and extending that gap as well. So he's definitely looking to consolidate 4th place with Tumnos in 3rd, AJ to the P in 2nd, and Baggy still a light years ahead in 1st. I'm definitely going to think AJ to the P. Oh, and that's the top 5, sorry, yes, so the top 5 are on the lead lap. AJ to the P, I think we're definitely going to declare him one of the big winners of the day. He started in 4th, I believe. He spent most of the race defending to either Jacques Racing or FRT Tumnos. He spent massive amounts of time with these guys hunting them down, and he's held it together, he's put in the laps, and he's got himself back up to 2nd and within 12 seconds of Baggy. So Baggy is pulling away again slightly, but not nearly at the pace that he was in the early part of the race. He's only extending at maybe a third, 2/3 of a second per lap, which is a big difference to the gap he extended to earlier on in the race. So he'll definitely be happy with his performance, I say. A couple of mistakes on the curbs, but he'll definitely be happy. FRT Tumnos, he's going to finish on the podium. Maybe not the podium spot he was envisaging. He was certainly running very well at the start of the race. He's found himself in 3rd. As we jump on with the Racing Dutchman. Perfect. Guitar that's his pit stop done. He's managed to get in, out and keep 11th place. So he managed to get himself a decent gap on Uni Clark to make sure that that stuck. As we jump back on board with AJ, who is on lap 71. So with 6 minutes left, probably about another 3 laps. So as we thought, 73, 74-ish laps. With some of the drivers a fair bit down, so yeah, the top 5 should finish on the lead lap. We've got the racing Dutchman who's coming round the last bend now. The Jacques Racing looking to keep him very, very honest here. Jacques, I would say, has definitely had the most indifferent race of the evening. Like we keep saying, he put himself a very, very, very good pit strategy together, and just unfortunately got himself an extra visit to the pits with a drive-through penalty, and that will always kill your race. On an endurance race like this, you're then relying on people to make mistakes and things, because the amount of time, especially this Misano pit exit, is a long affair. And you spend a while there as you hear other engines flying past along that start-finish straight into that fast right-hander. Because even the first corner on this, it's a fast third gear with a sharp brake into turn 2 as we see. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. So yeah, just getting some information there. We've still got battles for position taking place. 2 hours and 55 minutes. 1 hour 55 minutes into the race. We've still got guys battling for position as we expected. With Red Fly still being hunted down by the Rainmeister, and that guitar dude is still being kept honest by Uni Clark. So these boys still absolutely battling right to the end. So the rest of the field has got itself a bit spread out, but we still see the Rainmeister on the back of Red Fly. Now we've got the blue flag approaching. Evan IRL has got himself a good drive through. That is not what you want with 4 minutes left in this race, so can he hold on to positions, or is he going to lose out? We'll certainly find out. As Red Fly's got himself a gap now over the Rainmeister. They've got a lapped car in between them. I believe that's Kajitanis in the boar, so he's right in the middle of these 2 guys battling for position. Can Rainmeister use him for a bit of slipstream? We shall certainly see. Just got some info from some key. Yep, just getting notes from Kane there. He's been keeping an eye, and specifically, big shout out to all the lap traffic. There is nothing worse than being lapped. Some of these guys have been lapped 4, 5, 6 times, but they've been unbelievably respectful to the guys that have been in the lead and coming past them. They've been giving them plenty of space. They've not been holding anybody up. So, an absolutely fantastic show of racing from the top of the grid right down to the bottom. As we'll have a quick flick through, and Rainmeister's ahead of Red Fly. So we've missed a move there. Red Fly was in front of Kachitako and our good friend Rainmeister in that beautiful orange and black Bentley, but for some reason he's got ahead, so I wonder if that was a mistake by Red Fly, or whether Rainmeister just pulled an absolute worldly of an overtake. Yeah, we would just see Red Fly in the background there just have a wiggle, so I wonder if he pitted a bit too early. Because if I remember correctly, we've seen it one of the drivers that pitted extremely early. So if he did, then he could certainly be struggling with his tyres. And as we say, struggling with tyres, there's Rainmeister losing the back of his car. So this sixth position is definitely not decided as yet. AJ to the P then is in second place, with Baggy still leading comfortably by 14 seconds. We've got FRT Tumnos in third, with the Racing Dutchman in fourth, Jacques Racing in fifth, Rainmeister in sixth, Red Fly in seventh, and LNR Bart Bliskin in eighth, Jimmy Boy Horns in ninth, and FRT Top Gun making up the top 10 of this 2 hour SOP Motorsport Misano race. We've got that guitar dude in my favourite blue Ferrari. Thing's beautiful. What a machine. What a son. What a guy. He's in 11th place with Uni Clark in 12th. Evan IRL looking to serve his second drive-through penalty of the race. Not being a good race for that young man. Smith and Weston in 14th, the Kajitakos in 15th, Sharkazulu in 16th, and Leon's Foot in the McLaren 720F S is in 17th. So here we go. We're going to jump on board. Oh, I'm being told that Evan may have entered the... No, okay, no, we'll wait and see. As we see Baggy, yeah, but you're right, Chris. AJ's definitely kept Baggy honest from a distance. Baggy's well aware, I'd say, that he has the spec of AJ lurking just that 10 seconds behind. And AJ is now 14 seconds, so... And yes, so Evan did get his drive-through cleared. We were worried he'd entered the pit lane a little too quick. And we were worried he was going to pick up another penalty, but he hasn't. So he's come back out in 14th. So as we are on the last lap, number 74, we're about to start lap 75. In fact, will there even be a final lap? Or is this the final lap? I've got no game signal at the moment, just to make sure that in an effort to try and hear Kane. In fact, hello, Kane. Are you there, Kane?
Hello?
How ironic would it be if you could hear Kane now at the end of the race? That would be, yeah, pretty funny. But here we go.
That would be brilliant, John.
That would be brilliant timing. Brilliant timing. So AJ, 15 seconds behind Baggy, who is himself about 15 seconds ahead of Tom Loss, with the Racing Dutchman tucked in 9 seconds behind, and Jacques Racing just falling a little further behind. So he's definitely kept it honest there. And there we go, Baggy, 38, 75 laps. 2 pit stops later, we have a winner. And no surprise, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised that it was Baggy 38 that won that. As you see, AJ to the P, absolutely fantastic race from AJ to take second place. With FRT Terminals coming round to take our final podium position.
We're still someone track, John. I have made it back into chat.
You have made it back into chat, but
back.
so is the echo.
So maybe we've got an upside down world and this is just an Aussie-Scottish problem right now, hey?
I wonder. I'm completely confused. I've dropped the mic on the
Absolutely.
floor, frantically jam wires in the ports. Which is, yeah,
Racing Dutchman comes past and holds 4th position. Jarks Racing finishing in 5th spot.
And there we've got the rain.
As we see the first, as the top 5 now finish on the lead lap, which will now show the rest of the field as checkered flag. So, wow, what a race.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 hours of Misano, we have Leon's Foot in 17th, we have Sharkazulu in 16th, Kajitakos took 15th, with Evan IRL serving 2 drive-through penalties, managing to get himself up to 14th. Smith and Weston, a Porsche 911, finishing 13th, with Uni Clark in 12th, that guitar doing 11th, and Top Gun taking 10th. The top 10 drivers, Jimmy Boy Horn will be more than pleased with his position in 9th, Bad Bliskin 8th, Red Fly in 7th, Rainmeister in 6th, Jack Racing in 5th, and the Racing Dutchman taking 4th, which leaves our podium. FRT Terminals had a great race, started in 2nd, lost out to AJ to the P, who has got to be absolutely delighted right now. And there we go. I have indeed been kicked out once again.
Fantastic, which should in fact mean I will follow not long after.
That probably is exactly
again,
what that means, Ken. So let me just pop the next event. Yes, so
we have Laguna Seca.
Yes, we do. Our next event is Laguna Seca. Remember, straight after this event, there is another event of Simon that will be going live. Be sure to watch that. There's going to be some great racers and some great racing on track. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for sticking with us. Sorry about apologies for the echo. Apologies for the lack of a co-commentator. We will work on our best to get these problems all solved.
We will get it right. We will be back.
We will return. We will get it right. We hope you enjoyed the race. Please feel free to join back in and watch the next race. And then obviously the coach day event on the 5th of December. Sorry, Kane, give me that again.
Said yeah, flip over to the other channel on our SOP YouTube page and yeah, jump straight into the action there.
Enjoy. Well, thanks very much for having me. Kane, thank you very much for sticking with me, mate.
It's been fantastic, John. It's been an experience. Thank you everyone for sticking with us.
It certainly has. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're SOP Motorsport. We hope you enjoyed the race and we hope to see you again soon. Thanks.